Hello Facebook and YouTube. Today on how Hugh builds a teardrop trailer on a Harbor Freight frame. My timeline on on putting up a wall has been accelerated. Let me show you why. Okay, so on the second wall, this would be the driver's side wall. I wanted to go ahead and drill the holes that go through all the floor, the subfloor, through the metal in the frame. That's going to be too close. Okay, through the metal in the frame. So I was starting to line those up, and I was thinking how I'm going to square this, since the trailer itself is not square. This is a 20-something-year-old trailer, might even be older, and we had it for a long time. So I'm going to have to put the other wall in and set that wall to where I think is the best way to square everything off of that other wall. So I'm going to set that wall in, and then that way I can take 90s to everything. This can be parallel to that. They can be exactly 4 feet on the outside across of that, a 4-foot piece of plywood. I don't have to trim it sideways, just have to trim it lengthwise as it goes over. So the trailer's in the garage right now. I'm going to go ahead and move it over a little bit, and I'm going to have to mount that first wall. So let's do it. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit of luck, a little bit of balance, and a little bit of muscle. So I haven't thought this out that far, so let's see what happens. Okay, so on this one, I'm going to use a washer and a nylon lock nut.
I don't want to start. Are you filming?
Yes.
Okay.
What's up?
I was going to run my shot back if when you're done filming.
No, go ahead and do it.
Okay.
The background noise is nice. Okay, so I have 2 screws in that go all the way through to the frame. I'm going to end up driving in some drywall screws down into there just for a little bit of extra support. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that my placement on this one is correct. So we're going to just get a little board like this with a little clamp on it. So let's get a little clamp. Okay, so let's measure this. Put my glasses on. Okay, and when that squishes in, okay, it is about 1/8 under, so I need to tap this over. Okay, so I have some 3-inch screws, and I have my square. So I'm going to square this up and make sure that this angle right here, at least on this side, is just right. And then I'm going to drive a screw. down here. I want to make sure that this is as square as it can be just while it sits here. So I'm going to tack into place just some angles on it to keep it where it's supposed to be as I drive in the wood screws. And I'll use this big square to make sure I got it right where it belongs. So we go ahead and set up the new little nail gun and we'll give it a try. Okay, let's try this thing out. So I'm just gonna put these in here for now, just something like this, just to put it, to make sure it's as straight as it should be. So we'll just drive in a couple of ways to do that. Okay, I got an idea. Let me get a pencil, see how close I can get. There we go. So we'll do the other side. Close enough for now. Let's put a couple more in there. The camera's running out of juice, so I'm gonna go put this on the charger, do some work, and I'll catch you up in a little bit. Let's go put it on the fast charge. So I drove some wood screws in. The wall is up in place, and I have those little things on the side, little braces, just to keep it up in a 90-degree position, or really darn close to it. So let's take a look around, see what that is. Well, I drilled the holes. That'll be the bottom board for the driver's side wall, and that's what that looks like right now. It's in the garage. Okay, my phone's gonna die again. The battery's low, but I went ahead and I cut out the spot for the driver's side window. So that'll be my only cutout on this spot, is that window. So I'm gonna go put my phone back on the charger. I'm gonna start working on the framing on the other side. Okay, so what I did different this time was I cut the pieces out and I tacked them in place using the air nailer on the other side. After I walk the puppy, there's the other side right there sitting. Then I'll flip it over, I'll lay it on the ground, and I'll drive screws all around the edges. Then I'll tilt it up, and I'll use a plumb bob this time to determine where to drive the blind screws through. And then either tonight or tomorrow, I'll go ahead and put it on the trailer. I need to pick up some more wood, so let me show you that nailer. Okay, that's the Ryobi 1 HP 18 gauge nailer. Has a air compartment in it that it fills up, so it is an air nailer, and it shoots 18.5 inch or 2.5 inch brads. Now it's not as fast as like a true pneumatic, like a Makita or something like that really jams. But you know what? This one does okay. It's just a little bit slower. So this wouldn't be for high production, but for around the house, especially if it's using your same 18-volt battery pack that you already got, it's worth looking at. Okay, more to come. Okay, so I have all these just tacked in place, so I have to be pretty gentle with it. I want to go ahead and put it on the ground and then flip it with this side down so I can go with the screwdriver all the way around and drive them, and then I'll tilt it up and put some in these ones going up and down. So let's see if I can flip this over without hurting myself or damaging anything. It's a little bit heavier now, so it's got 6 cut down 2x3s on it. that added a little bit of weight. Ooh, there we go. So we're getting some pretty good scuff marks from where I painted it, but I planned on painting over it again anyway, so that's going to be okay. There we go. So let's drive some screws. Okay, so to speed things up on this one a little bit, let's go ahead and do all three at the same time. So that line right there is just about center. This one right here will mark that line up there, take it across, and that'll let us know where the center of that board is on this other side. Now, one of the viewers made a comment, reminded me of something that I used to know, that you can drop a plumb bob down there on the line and that'll show you straight. And so those other ones are square on the other side, so I can mark them with a plumb bob. Now, I don't have a plumb bob anymore. I've had a few of them over the years. I totally forgot about it. I've forgotten about so many things in my life. But anyway, so I have this thing that I'm gonna use as a plumb bob. And if I can find it, took a piece of aluminum one time and thought I'd try to make an arrow spear head for fishing, for gigantic, like 80-foot fish. So I made that, but you know what? It does hang pretty straight. So we'll go off of this line right here, okay? And we'll let that down a little bit more. And it's gonna give me a nice straight line to mark on where I'm going to want to put some screws. So I'm going to want to do Okay, these are some 1 5/8, also some coated deck mate kind of screws. These ones use a little star bit. That'll be fine, comes with a bit. So I'll finish up with these. These will be just fine. Okay, so since I like to park in the garage, I clean everything up. There's the framed out section. So you know what I'm thinking about doing is, while this is still down like this before I put it on the trailer, I might go ahead and put the insulation and the siding that I'm going to do on it. I have to think about that. And then just lift it into the trailer, just probably be, 20 pounds heavier. So we might do that. But anyways, there's that side. That's all framed out, cut out for the window. And we'll see how that goes. And okay. And on this side, going to mount the door, mount the hatch, going to mount an outside porch light There'll be an inside dome light in that same area on this side, and then a vent with a fan on it up here. So I want to take the wires through the wall, so I have to figure out how I want to do that. Drill some holes. I have some cable, some jacketed cable I'm going to put through there, some 2-strand stuff. And then, because I need to bring it over, the battery's going to be, my plan is anyways right now, the battery's going to be back here, because this will be sealed and vented. I'll have a battery in a battery box back here, solar panel on top. So anyways, for now, that's it for the Harbor Freight Trailer project on Hugh. Out.